When I was younger, the laziness that perforated my body and my soul was so immense that I'm gonna admit something to you that guys on the internet never really admit. And I kind of say this not really with pride because it's something that's pretty fucking disgusting. But, you know, the reason I make these videos is so that you can relate to my stories and think, yeah, I've been through something similar. And then you use that to change. When I was younger, I was so lazy. I wouldn't take showers for weeks. You heard that right. Weeks! Not days, right? Not taking shower for a couple of days is horrible in and of itself, but you heard it wrong. Okay, I didn't say days, I said weeks. I would not take shower for weeks upon weeks. And how do you think this, translated and transmuted into my school environment? I got a nickname called Green Armpits. And let me tell you what Green Armpits was. So my sweat would, drain onto, like my armpits on my white school uniform so much, so consistently that eventually it like discolored with the mixing of like aluminum with my deodorant and everything. The deodorant didn't even work. Deodorant doesn't work when the last time you showered was 2 weeks ago. That shit doesn't work. So it would like mix with the shit and everything, and it would release this liquid. My sweat would mix with like the aluminum and the liquids inside the shitty deodorant that ruins your testosterone and gives you gyno as a child. It would mix with it, and it would give this green hue to my pits. And when people first start, like this was around, like 8th grade or something, when people first started discovering that, wait, hold on, why is this guy's armpits green? Why is Ali's armpits green? They would start laughing. And I'd start laughing too. I'm a traumatized kid. I don't know why they're laughing, but I'm laughing. And then I realized, wait, hold on. They're laughing whenever someone points out my green armpits. And I laugh too. Let me start showing more people and talking about it. I took pride in that. I was going around showing everyone my green armpits, and when they'd laugh and say shit about it, I'd laugh with them, not realizing they were actually laughing at me, not with me. They were laughing at me and at my fucking goblin pits. And what do you think happened when, my nickname, Green Armpits, started spreading around the school? Do you think it was just like a guy's joke? No, it wasn't. So eventually women started, the girls in my school, we started getting older, grade 9, grade 10, the nicknames started sticking, right? Until eventually I took care of myself, but the nicknames stuck for a while. And this green armpits shit went to the girls. Like, the girls knew that Ali had green armpits and everything. And I was a little bit insecure because I didn't want the girls to know, because I kind of had some sense, that they probably wouldn't find that funny. But eventually they found out. And that wasn't the worst part, bro. The worst part is, I remember having this conversation with my family and my parents, and they were like talking about how I stink, because I stunk like a motherfucker. You don't understand. Like, leave a piece of fish under, in some humid, muddy area, come back in 2 weeks, smell it. I smelled worse, and I was walking around my house like that. And then my mother, I think, it was my mother and my brother, right? They asked me, you go to school smelling like this? And my response was what I was doing all the time. I would stand in the wind and allow like the wind to air out my armpits. And I thought that just allowing the wind to air out my armpits would, cure the smell and blow away the smell. Some of you know what diffusion is when you spray a perfume, right? It's meant to like expand and spread. I didn't have the concept of this. I didn't really understand. I just thought, the air would blow away the smell. Yeah, but Ali, where the fuck does the smell blow away to? It spreads and it expands. And instead of the effect of concealing it and hiding it within your own body, now it's just spreading around everywhere. So how do you think my reputation was with the women? Do you think there was any sort of chance with me to, get near women? And that's the first error that I made. That disgusted women to an unbelievable level. I did not take care of my body in any realm, whether it be the physical realm or the hygienic realm, right? I had the skinny fat body, which is worse than the fat body, and it is worse than the skinny body. You're getting the worst of both worlds. Skinny arms, chubby stomach, chubby face. You're getting worse, because you usually like guys want big arms and everything. At least when you're fat, you're like big and strong, and like some guys are intimidated off of you and everything. When you're skinny, at least you look good. You're lean, you have a lean face, your facial symmetry is there, you have bone structure. When you're skinny fat, you get the worst of both worlds. Fat guys, shitty facial structure, right? They feel like shit, unathletic, big gut, big belly. but at least they have big arms. And then skinny guys, the worst is that, well, they're small. You have small arms, skinny and everything. Skinny fat, you get the worst of both worlds, and that's what I had. Skinny fat and smell like shit. I had the combo of death. I had the fucking combo of death. Any woman within the next 30 kilometers is completely repelled. You know, like the magnet poles? I felt that. I felt that repulsion. I swear to you, bro. Genuinely, sometimes I'd walk around and I'd feel like, okay, why are the women walking away? Why are the women walking away? And my guy friends who would, make fun of me, friends, they would make fun of me, but not in the critical way, bro. Like, they'd look at me as a fucking punching bag. If I ever had a friend who stunk right now, like, I'd leave him for a couple of times. Maybe it's a bad day, but then I'd take him to the side, man. I'd take him to the side and be like, yo, bro. And I'd say it in obviously a professional way, not a dickheady way. Not, look at your fucking goblin pits. So you can't be walking around like an oozing moldy fish. And that was the first mistake. Take care of your hygiene and take care of your physical, appearance. The skinny fat physique is one of the most common physiques in the world, especially you come to the West. You come to the West, you see it everywhere. It's everywhere. The skinny fat physique is the worst of all worlds. So get rid of it, get into the gym and fix your fucking smell. And another thing the second thing that disgusts women, this one was an idea that I saw of today. I saw this little study on a couple of things that women find the least attractive. There was collecting figurines, there was bird watching, there was a couple of things. Like, there's a couple of weird guy nerdy things. And then at the top of the list, and it made so much sense, like, there's a couple of things. The number one thing, 90%, number one thing that most guys do, if not all guys do time to time, what is it? Well, it's playing video games. Playing video games. Can you imagine? Like, imagine you're a girl, right? And then you just see a guy mouth breathing, holding a controller. Or like on a fucking PC. The very act of playing video games, of course it's fun and everything. I've been there, bro. I've been the best gamer in my school. I have been in this realm. I know it all. I know the buzzwords. I know everything. I know. Trust me, right? Of course it's fun. But the very act of playing the game, when you look at it from an outside perspective, I want you to record yourself playing a game from, like, if you're still addicted like a fucking monkey. Like, record yourself from an outside perspective, from the side. Record yourself on the phone and look at how unattractive and slimy and boring and such a loser. It's mostly just the idea that you look like a loser. That's just so unattractive. You look at it from the side. It's so fucking unattractive, man. And to women who never play video games, it's even more unattractive. It's so unattractive it just shows that you've got nothing going on for you, man. And this is just the female science, bro. It's the female science. I don't have a female brain, but they did studies on the female brain, and this is the number one thing that they found, like a behavior, an activity they do, that they found unattractive in men, right? Now, there's other things as well. I forgot. One of them was gambling, but, we're traders, so trading isn't really gambling. I'm just making a joke. But, there's a couple of things, but video game is up top. It's up top, right? So that's the thing that you've got to get rid of, man. Or, even progressively deload. You can do it every now and then if you really are, nostalgia once in 2 year Minecraft world for 2 weeks because that was the game you and your brother used to play as a child, and now your brother passed away and there's a world that you guys still have. That's oddly specific. But you get the point. If it's something very nostalgic and something that, means a lot to you, and it's some kind of game that you understand the point. But generally, I'm against video games, right? In general, most of the time, 99.99999% of the time, if you are a dumpling who has nothing going on for himself, the fuck are you doing playing like a monkey? Oh, but I want women. Keep playing. You want women, or you want to fucking achieve Grandmaster in Overwatch? Because I knew my answer. I knew my answer 3 years ago. And I only got one of them. The other thing that destroys your attractiveness, and this might be the thing that triumphs all the others. Look, you can be a broke guy. You can be a broke guy, but you cannot be one thing. And this is a guy with no ambition. It's a guy who just accepts. A guy who just lives. A guy who just floats down the river of life. A guy who enters a kayak. A guy who enters a boat. A guy who enters any vehicle and allows it to drive itself. But this analogy is best with the boat. A guy who enters a boat but doesn't have a paddle. He just enters the boat and hopes. I hope that the river takes me down somewhere. I hope that I end up somewhere. No paddles, no ambition. You don't want to get to that other side of the shore. You don't want to get anywhere. You're just letting the world take advantage of, the current, the boat. You don't know where you're going. You're just going. And this translates into real life as a lack of ambition, lack of wanting to do something, lack of balls, lack of wanting to penetrate the world, lack of wanting to do anything. You can be, bro, you can be broke, but imagine telling this to your woman, right? I'm broke right now. I'm broke right now and I'm struggling to have the ends meet. You and I are struggling right now, but there's something and there's something I know ever since I've been born. The one thing I know that I can do is I will keep trying. I will keep trying and I will get to the top. Will you stick around? Will you come with me to the top? Imagine the reaction she'll have. Imagine the response she'll have versus, yeah, babe, times are hard. Times are hard, but I will get there. Are you coming with me? Imagine the response. And then here's you, lack of ambition. So ambition is what you need. Ambition is what you need to go to the top. Ambition with whatever realm, it's usually business, right? It's usually finances. Ambition is what you need. Climbing. You need to climb. You are a man. You have a mission. So again, you can genuinely be broke. You can be that guy who's dead broke, who wipes his ass with sandpaper. You can be that guy. But as long as you are willing and you have the drive and you have the testosterone and you have the desire to get up there, they'll find that attractive, bro. Women will find that attractive. And that's why I have a program specifically designed for people who are in the dumps to get from 0 to 10K a month within 6 months. Building the empire that I built, teaching the same principles. It's a protocol that I followed that got me from 0 to 10K a month. It's Project 10K. Look into it. First link in the description, brother. Wish not for a lighter load, but for a stronger back.